Being a journalist means in-depth analysis that unravels hidden truths, that question the status quo and fact-checks government.
These criminal elements hiding under the cloak of surveillance contractors are the APC elements.
Do you have facts to prove that? Being a journalist means waking up every day with a burning desire for peace, equity, and justice for all citizens.
We're being told that the choice you have is to take the lesser of two evils.
It means patriotism via the prism of objectivity and accountability. It means giving my platform to the masses to discuss issues that matter to them.
Some of them, if they bring budget and the budget they look, some of them sleep. They're going to ask how much we are on. I have it.
Thereby shaping government policies and laws. My name is Osasu, and I am the People's Journalist.
TOS TV Network mobile app is now available. You can now catch up on our breaking news, stream our programs live, watch out for the latest update on sport and politics as they unfold. You can also get notifications for our upcoming programs and events. All these on our TOS TV Network mobile app, available on Apple Store and Google Play Store. TOS TV News from Africa by Africans.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Honorable Bello Matawalle, thank you so much for joining us in today's program.
You are welcome to Zamfara State.
Thank you so much, sir.
The home of farming.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, let's look back at the elections that were recently concluded. You won through the Supreme Court and unconventional means. Yes, they say the judiciary is the last hope for a common man, and it became very true in your case. Can you talk to me more about that process and how you feel today seated here as Governor of Zamfara State?
But other party, APC, went to Supreme Court to challenge the process that they went through on primary elections, which the Supreme Court nullified the primary elections that were conducted by APC, which gave me a chance to become executive governor of the state, being I become a second runner of the election.
Exactly. So how do you feel? Because the people voted for APC at the polls, and you were second, as you said, first runner-up. So how do you feel today seated here as executive governor of the state, despite the fact that you lost at the polls?
Yeah, first of all, I thank the Almighty God by giving me this chance and the opportunity to serve the state. You know, politics is something that someone cannot predict. I am a governor today, and it's based on what the Supreme Court had did to cancel the primary election that was conducted by the APC, which, as you said, the court is the last option for a common man. And, you know, even the process of the election in 2019 was done wrongly, because we believe that my party has won, but due to that time we're not in the, what do you call it, but then we're not in governance, so we denied our mandate. But we thank God the Supreme Court has specified it, and today I'm a governor. And we thank the Supreme Court judges, and we thank Nigerians for their continued prayers on that time, up to the time that I emerged as a governor. And this what shows that Supreme Court can do what is the best for the country, because without the Supreme Court, the common man has no any options, or he don't know where to go. But we thank God we have the men of integrity in the Supreme Court, all the judges, and they have delivered a judgment that give more of Nigerians hope on the judiciary.
I find it interesting that you have this opinion about the judicial arm of government, because several members of your party have actually condemned the judiciary. They've said that the judiciary is playing to the tune of the incumbent party. So now that they've favored a candidate like yourself, you are definitely speaking glowingly about them. So do you in any way reprimand the people in your party who have spoken against the judiciary publicly?
Yeah, you see, anybody has his own opinion to speak, and you cannot deny someone's opinion. But to me, my opinion is that the judiciary has done well, and I believe they were going to do well again. And the judiciary has exercised their responsibility, and I have believed on them. And those people staying there, I term them as a people that has integrity. So I'm not part of those people that are condemning the Supreme Court judges or the judiciary. To me, they have done justice to me, and I appreciate that, and I can depend them anywhere I go. Yes.
So do you have hope for the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party who is in court today?
Yes, we have hope. As far as you have a good reason. First of all, they have to do all their background checks. They will check everywhere, and they will do justice to each and everyone. So I believe if you have a good case, you're going to get it.
Let's horn into your state. We're in Zamfara state. I landed today in Sokoto, and it took me 2.5 hours to get to Zamfara state today. So when I look at your mandate to deliver health care, to deliver security, to deliver quality education to your people, I also wonder your plan for the infrastructural development in Zamfara state. Everyone watching this interview, I'm sure, has been in tune with the increased insecurity in the past 8 years due to a plethora of factors that I believe you expatiate on in the coming minutes. But can you talk to me more about what your vision is in terms of infrastructural development for Zamfara state?
Okay, thank you very much for touching this line. And as you know, when I came, I met a lot of challenges in the state, particularly the issue of insecurity. And as a governor, I cannot be able to do anything, any development, unless if I can get the state secured. And I thank God within a limited time, just within 2 months, we have got a lot and we have achieved a lot. And as at now, before you cannot drive from Sokoto to Zamfara state at that moment, but today in Zamfara state you can go anywhere, you can go any of the local government, 40 local government that we have, because Zamfara state is in peace now. And I know what I put in place to get into this level. We have recorded a lot of successes, for making our people to sleep with both their 2 eyes closed, which before it's not like that. Before in Zamfara state, you never sleep with your 2 eyes closed. You sleep with 1 eye open and 1 closed. And
even yourself, I'm sure you had no sleep immediately you were sworn in, because your convoy was attacked by bandits.
No, it was not. It was not. I went there. When we have crises, we have some crisis in Lilo, that is under Gusau local government in Mada district. We went there by myself because when the herdsmen attacked the villagers, they killed many people, about 7 of them. So when I had the information, I said, okay, in the morning I called all the security chiefs and said they should get ready, so we go there. So on our way going there, we saw some of what is very far away from where we are, but we saw them coming. So I stopped by myself and I ordered the security, the military and everybody that we should attack them. And
so there was a clash between your...
It's not clash because they see our convoy. They cannot be able to pass on that.
So they were coming, they were approaching your convoy.
They thought, I think they thought it's a simple maybe convoy. So, but when we come down, all of us, both the army, police, SSS, all of them. So they start engaging. They engaged them, and when they saw the seriousness of us, they went back.
Oh, wow. So there was an exchange of fire between both.
No, they couldn't even send any fire. They couldn't fire anything. But our troop has fired them, so they have to run away for their lives. So I went to the village direct. When I went to the village, I saw the people, and we condoled them and come back peacefully, so nobody attacked me.
Yeah, so recently we saw one of the Fulani headsmen that you had granted amnesty to. There's this new amnesty program that you're running here that in exchange of them giving up their arms and ammunition, that you would grant them, you know, the opportunity to be reintegrated back into society. Talk to me more about that.
Yeah, you see, these people, they are human beings like us. And they're entitled for so many government's program. They're entitled for that because they're Nigerians. So as was the former federal government under the leadership of Umaru Yar'Adua granted amnesty for Niger Delta militants. So the same thing can replicate here in Zamfara State. As far as these people has agreed with the dialogue, and we know they are very serious about it because they have released about 345 people that are under captivity for long, including other nationals, non-Nigerian nationals, including one doctor from Korea, South Korea, and some from Niger and Ghana. So these people shows seriousness, and they want peace too. So when we are dialoguing with them, there are some terms that we agree upon, which all the obligations, they have fulfilled all their obligations.
Tell me what those terms are.
Yeah, one, we said, okay, they said they have some of their men and women under captivity too by Yansakai, the vigilante group.
Okay.
Which they say we have to order them to release them. That is the first assignment I did. So I ordered the vigilante group to release those people, about 26 of them. After the vigilante group released their women and children, we brought them to the government house and we showed them, that, okay, look, this is your men, this is your women. So what about your own terms and what about the agreement? They say, okay. So since then, they have been releasing a lot of people to us unconditionally without paying any ransom.
One of them recently...
As at today, we secured the release of 345 people under captivity, both men and women, from them, which shows the seriousness of them.
That's truly laudable, Your Excellency, but what I worry about is the victims of the crimes that these headsmen have been perpetrating for years. So, for example, a reformed headsman came out in the media earlier this week to state that for every headsman killed, they retaliated by killing 50 civilians. So the victims of the families, or the families of the victims that were killed, would not think that your amnesty program is fair. How do you respond to people like that?
You see, even there, maybe he just say it out of maybe ignorance, because I believe they cannot do that. And see, what we need is peace. If we need a peace, we have to draw a line for everything that has happened. We have to draw a line for everything that has happened. That is between the headsmen, between the houses, between the farmers. If we draw a line, okay, we have agreed, we need peace. So we shouldn't look at back of what we have done or what has been done before. That means if we are serious with the dialogue. By the time we have drawn a line that, okay, it has happened already and it cannot be reversed. Those that were killed cannot be reversed and come back. So the best way, the best is for us to draw a line. You stop it, we stop it. Let us do something that can make us together. Let us make something that can bring peace. But if we say we're going to look back and think of what has been done before, we'll never be in peace. So my belief is that we have drawn a line and that's all. So let us just now think of the best way to go and to help these people. That's all. Because now, we have already, when I emerged as a governor, I initiated for 3 things. One is to do consultation. My consultation is not limited to those people, the headsmen, the ulamas, the malams, the emirs, the vigilante groups, and other stakeholders. After we finish consultation, we gather data on how best we're going to follow to tackle the issue of insecurity. It was then we now initiated a meeting with the bandits and the vigilante group, because it's 2 major problems. The vigilante group are killing Fulani. The Fulani are killing people. So if we stop the vigilante group for killing innocent Fulanis, for instance, Zamfara is a home of everybody, Fulani and Hausa. And this Fulani used to come to the town and do their shoppings and go back to the forest. But whenever a vigilante group members saw any Fulani man, they will slaughter him in the market. They will kill them. And Fulani doesn't forget and forgive. If you kill one of their person, they will come and do reprisals. So when we stop that by vigilante group to kill Fulani, we call all of them and put them together. We heard from all of them, both sides, both the Fulani and the vigilante. Then we now sort out what is the best way in order to stop all the banditry activities. So we get advice from them and from the vigilante group. That is where we have started. And by the time we start, exercising that process, the Fulani has started releasing those that are under captivity. When we have started that, now we have almost completed that, bringing back people to go and reunite with their families. Now, the next step for us is to do the disarmament. The disarmament is the most serious business that we are going to engage them. Because those that are holding a stick before, that's a Fulani man. If you see a Fulani man with his cow, you always see him with a stick. Now you see him holding AK-47, AK-49. And he is using that AK-49 to do his own business. Kidnapping people to get ransom, killing people to take their cows and to take their properties. So now you want to tell him that he should bring it back to you. What is he going to do? For example, most of the Fulani, when the crisis started, the vigilante group have been killing them, killing their cows, burning their huts. So most of them now are homeless. They have no cow, they have nothing. All they have is that gone. Then we want to collect it from them. What are we going to do for them to integrate them to the society? I told them, we are not giving them money. Even though they are very considerate, they agreed that they know we don't have money to give them. But we shall integrate them to the society. We shall do some developmental project to them. We shall give them education, give them basic infrastructures.
And what would you do for the vigilante group and the farmers who have also been
I'm
victims
taking
of
you
this?
to that.
Okay.
I'm taking you to that. Now, what we are going to do is, like the Fulani, we are trying to do Ruga. I have already ordered for that.
Okay.
We are going to do a pilot scheme in 3 senatorial districts. We build one, where we can maintain them in one place. And is this Ruga that we're going to do is for the whole, you see, is very important for the whole northern state, for the Nigeria at large. Because when we do it for them, we are going to provide them schools, veterinary clinic for their animals, their clinics, ASDAM, and some basic amenities for them, which we can maintain them in one place. So when we maintain them in one place, they will not go around with their cows. Because as far as they have those social amenities in one area, they will remain there. So they don't need to go around Nigeria to cause havoc. So by the time each and every state can do this, particularly in the northern Nigeria, I assure you our Fulani will never travel to any other state. They will remain where they are. Because They are more into that place than to go to another places. So by the time we have finished that, like the federal government has, under the President Muhammadu Buhari, has sent a team from National Emergency Relief Agency, NEMA, to go and ascertain the level of damages that caused by this crisis, both for the Fulani, Hausa, and the farmers. The federal government want to initiate like a resettlement for those that where the army or the vigilante group destroyed their or the Fulani. So at the time federal government has started that project, it will douse a lot of tensions and it will give a lot of hopes to the community and the society. So, but before the federal government start their own, the state government has already initiated to do those 3 pilot schemes. So this is where we are going, and we believe by the time that we have started that other governors will follow the suit and they will like to do what we have done.
Most definitely. So now what would you be doing for the farmers, the vigilantes, who have obviously suffered irreparable loss, you know, to their farmlands, to their families, you know, and as you said, lives that cannot be brought back? What are your plans for them as well? Yeah,
like as I said, the government, the president has sent a committee to come and ascertain the level of the damage, with the federal government and the state government will partnership together and see what we're going to do for those people. And for now, even the federal government has given us a 50 truck of fertilizer, which we can give to farmers, and some seedlings to give to the farmers and the planning, so that we can, at least we want to just put something into them and to show them that both the federal government and state government are serious for the dialogue. So we have initiated, like myself, I want to engage some consultant because we want to bring a project of this palm oil project, which we are going to procure the seedlings for improved seedlings of palm oil, which we're going to buy like about 14 million, which each and every local government will benefit 1 million each, which we are going to give it to the farmers and vigilante group and other stakeholders, so that we'll give them free, so they will raise it themselves and they will be selling for them. So this is intervention from the state government. And I have already gotten the money from the central bank, which we are going to start buying the seedlings from Ivory State at Edo, and some from Malaysia. So we are going to engage for that very soon.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. We'll take a short break right now. When we return, we'll be delving more into your plans for infrastructural development, especially given the fact that Zamfara is blessed with a plethora of natural resources, mineral resources here in the state. Let's take a short break right now. When we return, more with the Executive Governor of Zamfara State. Don't go anywhere.
How can you just order an ordinary local government chairman?
The killings were not due to just farmers' headers clash. The killings were actually political.
For the past 59 days, any report of killings.
Is there any truth to that?
It has nothing to do with mineral resources, the killings.
But as of right now, 100% of what you derive is going to the state.
If you are a leader, you have to stand firm and do things right. As I said, many people are now realizing that, okay, Zamfara is the best state for them to come and invest. So you should come by road is better, so that you can see all the potentials that we have in the state.
TOS TV Network mobile app is now available. You can now catch up on our breaking news, stream our programs live. Watch out for the latest update on sport and politics as they unfold. You can also get notifications for our upcoming programs and events. All these on our TOS TV Network mobile app, available on Apple Store and Google Play Store. TOS TV News from Africa by Africans.